Okay, so hi to everybody. I'm very happy, I'm very honored that you are watching again this beautiful show that is Let's Get to Know Each Other. And me, I'm Talia Tanam from Mexico. Very happy to be here. And now I have Maike with me. It's a beautiful, beautiful soul, beautiful lady from Germany because I really love Germany. I don't know why. Maybe I have never been there for you, all of you guys, but it's my plan. But Germany is calling me somehow, and I actually know a lot of people from that country that are really amazing. So I have Maike right now with me. So hi, how are you, Maike?
Hi, Talia. I'm good, thank you.
I'm glad. I'm glad. How is the weather in Germany and the situation?
The weather is cold but sunny. Yeah, we have around 0 degrees right now, but it's sunny. And the situation, we're still under kind of lockdown. So everybody is working from home. The schools are starting to open up. But yeah,
But
that's the situation here.
yeah, the situation in the whole world. But
Yeah,
and we smile and we have this life right now, right? Yeah. So
exactly.
yeah. So this show is about life, actually, about life, about happiness, struggles, difficulties. So I want to ask you for this interview to begin, like, who is Maike? Who is Maike today? Today, who is Maike? Uh, what do you do? Yeah, who are you for all of our audience today?
Okay, yeah, I'm Maike. I'm from Germany. I'm live here in the south in the landscape. Um, yeah, I'm 34 years old. Yeah, I actually had a lot of struggles in my life in the past. I was married, got a divorce, going through. Um, I love to travel all over the world, like to meet new people. Um, yeah, and I have a very stressful job. I'm a salesperson in an IT company, so I don't have a lot of time besides working. So I try to enjoy this time I have left during the day and do a lot with my niece and nephew. I love them. Yeah, that's something about me.
Wow. Yeah. So you said that you don't have like a lot of time for yourself because of work.
No, not really.
Wow. Yeah. And for how long you have been like this, like with no time?
Probably the last 10 years, 12 years.
Wow. It's long, like a lot.
It's long. And it's hard when you're not listening to your body and nobody tells you that you should.
Yeah. Yeah. So and how you get into this job? What's the story there? Why you began with that?
um, I had a job where not I was not really happy with. And the fun story is actually I was looking out of my kitchen window and a Jaguar was standing there, like the
Wow.
car. And I want just to know who's the owner of the car. And it was a friend from my parents. They are living next door. And we started to chat, and he told me, well, he started in a new company, a startup company, and they actually probably needed somebody, maybe in a half year or something. And he asked for my number, and it took like, I think 4 or 6 weeks. And then I started in this company, and that's how I got in this kind of jobs. Yeah.
Wow. And you like your job, your current job?
I actually like part of my job. Yeah, um, it's interesting. You are get to know new technologies every day and meet new people, and you never get bored. But on the other hand, you never have time to breathe because it's moving so fast, so quickly.
God, I'm breathing is important. Yeah, well, okay. So 10 years in this job, and yeah, and you said also like that you have a struggle in your life, and this show is not to depress people, trust me, guys. I'm not going to like, I'm not trying to depress. We don't want that, but it's only to recognize that sometimes we are like, it's life, right? Life is ups and downs, and bad and good, and who knows who is bad or what's bad and what's new, like good. But I want to ask you like more directly, what's the struggles? Like, for example, I always ask about childhood because in psychology, for example, is of course very important what happened in childhood because it make what we are today, you know, and we struggle because of trauma, because a lot of things that happen in that uh, time. So I don't know, Mike, when you were a little kid, something that was like very hard, that it was very difficult for you, and maybe still is now difficult for you to get over it.
um, Actually, I had a very good childhood, but I have an older brother, and for him, always stuff was easy. Like in school, getting good grades or something, it was easy for him. Learning was easy, and I was like more the troublemaker, and learning was never easy for me. It was all the time hard work, and so we got compared to each other, and this was a hard struggle for me, and probably that was a reason why I always was more the troublemaker of us two,
Mhm.
because I needed something else, and because for me it was not so easy in the school like for him. And the other thing, I was never teach to get time for myself or to take care of myself. I was taught all the time to take care of other people, looking out for other people. That is more important than looking out for me. And that's something it's hard to learn when you get older, that it's more, I don't think it's more important, but it's also important looking after yourself and not only for the others.
Yeah, sure. And what, um, who you were like taking care of others while you were a kid?
Not while I were a kid, but I was teach to it because my parents were also living this lifestyle. Like my grandpa was taking care all the most of the time I was knowing my grandma because she was sick. So he took all the time to take care of her and not looking after himself. When my grandpa got sick, my mom took care of him, and she didn't looking after herself, only like taking care of him. When he was calling, she was running to him, and it didn't matter what she were doing, but she was running out of the house and looking after him. So that was the situation how I grew up, to see, okay, it's more important to look after your siblings or after your parents is more important than looking after yourself.
Yeah, I think that happens. Germany, I really, and if I can share, with you something is, um, in this time that I know a lot of people, it's like it doesn't matter like where we are raised, here in Mexico, in Germany, in other countries. I think we're kind of the same. So yeah, I understand completely what you're saying. And we grow, like, yeah, we get older and it's hard, but at the same time it's like really nice life, right? So, and when you were like more older, uh, what do you, for example, what do you like to do for like as a hobby? I understand that you have a job and it gets you occupied most of the time, but what's your hobbies? What makes you happy to do?
All different kind of stuff. I love to travel all over the world. Okay, right now it's not really the best situation to do that.
Yeah.
I also enjoy to go out in the nature, just enjoy the nature. What else do I love to do? I love photography. It doesn't matter if behind or in front of the camera. um, I do scuba diving a lot.
Wow.
And the other thing is when I like to calm down a little bit, I'm a sport shooter, so I go to the shooting range and then I really can
Wow.
go deeply in me, because it shows you totally if you're like focused or if your mind is somewhere else. Yeah.
So it's like shooting.
Yeah.
Wow. I want to do that.
We should try one day.
Yeah. I think it's like maybe relaxing, like you said. Yeah.
Yeah, it can be relaxing.
Yeah. So, and yeah, for example, I don't know, here in Mexico it's kind of difficult. I really love to sometimes compare cultures and countries, because here it's kind of difficult because we have this difference of economy, like, well, I need to be honest, and all the world know about us, about corruption and narcos and all of that. So it's kind of difficult, I think, here mostly, but I don't know if they're there, and I think yes. Have you experienced sometimes like depression, anxiety, like really, really deep depression, like these like bad emotions that we consider it bad because it's like something is not correct here, right? So being happy, we don't have a problem, but when we are sad or we are frustrated and everything, so we don't know what to do. So have you experienced something like that?
On myself, like, yes, but not very badly. Like not a very deep depression where you are not able to get out by yourself. But I have friends around me. They really struggled badly and they got really bad depressions. Yes.
Yeah. And what do you think, for example, what do you think about that? What's for you, what's the reason? What's the difference between you, for example, that you are maybe sad? Because we cannot say depression and it's sadness, it's like depression is an illness, a mental illness, and illness, again, quotes, um, that because you have around you these friends, and I think that we are therapists sometimes by experience. We don't need, of course we need to study because we need to understand stuff, but by experience, and you are a guide sometimes. And so what do you think is the difference between these friends that you know they are struggling very bad, and you that you are only sad and you know what to do, and then you go on, you know.
I think the most part is actually the people around you. They are sometimes guiding you and helping you, or just giving you the advice you need, and also tell you how wonderful you are as a person. Um, I think that's the most important thing, and that you are able to listen to them. And not just listen and hearing the words, it's more listen to them and really feel what they want to tell you, and are able to let this feeling get inside of you. If you are only listening to your friends, what they are saying, and then go further your path, then you're probably getting deeper and deeper and deeper in a sadness. But when you're really able to feel what they want to tell you, I think that's the best way really to get out of the sadness.
Yeah. And you think that is, for example, well, maybe I was gonna ask you, but sometimes it's hard to when you are in this state like depressed, right? To sometimes I think that by experience, by myself and as a doctor and therapist and everything, is sometimes it's difficult. It's difficult, and how you did like, and that's why I want to ask you, because I understand now what you're saying, because it's a decision. We need to be aware that it's not our fault. Maybe being depressed, it's not our fault to have this illness. Of course, it's not actually nice at all
No.
to have anxiety and be sad and don't want to get out of bed and take medications, and because it's difficult to live like that. But yeah, somehow we choose to change our mindset. And for example, what's your tip to have this switch here, and not just be, oh, I'm Mike and I'm so sad and life is so hard. And what do you think is the yeah, like, something, an advice for everybody that maybe is watching, they are watching now and they feel alone, depressed, like, what do you do? What would you tell them, for example?
It's hard to tell somebody else, but I believe everybody has like their guardian angel, what they need to meet exactly in this situation. And normally you meet this guardian angel when you need them the most. And then you should be able to listen. Give other people the chance to give you an advice, and maybe it's a spiritual advice, and don't be like, oh my god, I don't want to hear it, and yes, you are in so much better situation and you don't understand myself. No, exactly this person what you meet in this situation, they know why why they are telling you this, and they understand you more than you probably believe in this moment.
Yeah.
They can feel your inside. And there is always a purpose why you meet this person in this point of your life.
Yeah, so it's like, listen.
It's really a listen, and um, and not getting like more and more deeper in a depression. It's not there are so much joyful stuff in your own life. You only need to be able to see it. And yes, everybody is struggling in one point of their life, and not only at one point. Have so much struggles in your life, and probably you're struggling every second week.
Sure.
But it's more the matter, how much do you let affect the struggles your life?
Yeah. Yeah. I totally agree with that. Like, excellent tip. Yeah. Sometimes and as a friend, like when you are a friend of somebody who is struggling in this, or family, sometimes it's hard for family too, because like you said, sometimes it's like you need a guide. You know people at the time that you need to, you know, and they are like angels in this world. Sometimes we believe that angels are there, like in heaven, and and demons are in hell. But I think they are, and I don't know what you think about this, but I think that
They
we have,
are around us all the
yeah,
time.
exactly, they are here, and that's why we need to grow in love, in like empathy, and yeah, I have this idea of peace and love, you know. Peace and love, and that's what the world needs today, guys. I think. Yeah. So, and well, I admire you a lot, because you really, I can see your face. I think when you see a person that is good, like they feel good, they feel like everything is complete, you know, that just struggle, but like you said, all the time it's going to be like this. No, life is not a bubble, life is no pink at all.
No, last week I struggled. I will probably struggle again and again and again, but it's a matter how you, what are you learning out of your struggles? It's more a learning. You learn every time you struggle, you learn something.
Sure, sure. And everything happened for a reason, I think, you know.
For sure.
And we need to be strong, and we become stronger
Yeah.
through these fights, these wars that we have inside, and that make us who we are right now. So that's good. Yeah. So it's life. What can we say about more? Like more, it's life, you know. And well, to end this amazing interview, thank you really, like for because I know here is afternoon, there is night. Yeah. So what do you think the world needs, like today in these times, you know? Because for example, I used to work for human rights here in Mexico, not uh, long time ago, and I saw a lot of stuff, you know. I saw a lot of people that are really really struggling, you know, like
Yes.
injustice, and that they have been victims of violence very bad. And we know that in the world still are wars when women, kids, um, innocent people are dying, you know. So what do you think we need to do to improve this world? Because we are actually ending everything that nature give us, you know, like we build more things, and we are always thinking about having an income and be more rich. And I'm not saying that having money is bad, but I think that most of the people, we are sometimes selfish because we don't think of others, you know. So but what do you think that we need to do, maybe, to improve this world?
Yeah, you actually said it right. We are too selfish right now. And the thing is, No, I live like in a rich country, and I still see how people think here and what they are saying, what they are complaining about. They they actually forgot how it is to really struggle, like not having not have the money to buy food, or not having the money to go to the doctor with when your kid is sick or something like this. Then you have really bad issues. um, and I saw it in other countries when I was traveling, how it is, how the people are living. And so I have really a issue living here in the rich country right now and see what people are complaining about, because they forgot how good the situation is here. Yes, we have violence, and yes, they are also like husbands, they are beating shit out of their wives and stuff like this. Yes, we have this here too, and this is bad, and there we need to learn to watch out for each other and not turning around when we see something like that. No, we shouldn't turn around. We should stay up and say, hey, that's not right. But also we should stay up and say, hey, we are a rich country. We should care about others. And I think there should be a big change, to care about each other and not looking like in our bubble, living in our bubble and not watching out for the world. I think we need to start to be one world and not one bubble and another bubble. And then there is the bubble what explodes because there is nothing. There is only sadness and poor and war.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I believe. We should start to live as one world and not living in different bubbles.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You remember the song? I love the song of Imagine of John Lennon.
Yes.
I love it because really, and for example, John Lennon was killed, right? Was killed like Gandhi was killed, like a lot of people that are or were fighting for all of this, like because this is not new. This what is happening is actually the point of the iceberg, maybe. And now I think it's exploding more because it's a lot of history of violence and yeah. So, but I love this song, like, and in a part that it said like, let me just remember. Um, yeah, like no religion, no countries, like
Yes.
just love, and it's kind of hard because yes, and for us I want to share this for what, like, with you and with everybody. uh Here we're here in Mexico, that we are third world countries. We have a lot of nature. You came here and it's beautiful. And all like Latin America, the like South America, the center. Yeah, it's hard because we are struggling about like financially, for example, and we need money, like you said. And sometimes that's why we want to go out, for example, to your place, like to your country, to Germany, to Europe, to United States, Canada, because there we can have a better life. Because like you said, sometimes I think, oh, I don't know, like somehow, and I don't know how, but somehow we need to fix this. We need to fix, because the world is broken. The world is separated, and it's really really nice to listen somebody like you. that you are there. Maybe you can, because you share this idea maybe for with other friends. I don't know if you think that only as a German girl there. I don't know. Maybe you have this idea, and of course maybe other person, because like I said, it's not about countries. It's not about being in different situations. I think it's about humans, and maybe you think this, and I don't know if you have friends who also think like you.
Some of them are, yes, but I think the most of them, they need first to make the experience I did and see how other people live, and they still care about you. If you are struggling and they have nothing, but they still care about you, and then you actually realize in what bubble you were living before.
Yeah, yeah. So for everybody, go
Mhm.
out of their countries. We need to go out and see what is really
Yes.
happening. Sometimes it's and the last thing is me. Like a Mexican, I'm not poor. I cannot say, oh, I'm poor, but I come from a family that was poor, really, not like enough income, and my parents fight for having more and more, and I'm very happy to have them. But it's also, hmm, when I started to see pain, when I started to see negligences in the hospitals, for example, people outside with nothing, nothing, like, and really bad situations. Like you said, you need to see, you need to see, because, and in human rights, for example, like all the violence, all the killing, everything that is happening. And I remember my dad, and I don't know if with you what's kind of the same, because we are always in the before television right now in Facebook, and it's always news about problems in the whole world. But my parents sometimes used to tell me like, no, 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 we don't want to see violence. Somehow we are living in this bubble also here in Mexico, because we don't want to see other people, and like you said, it's bubbles, 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 bubbles of pink things that are not pink. And when you realize that everything is not good, it's when you try at least to do something. And I think that you are very interesting person. And thank you for sharing all of this, because um,
You're welcome.
yeah, I think that and my mom used to say it also, like, when you think different, you're one. You're one, but somehow you can actually share this, that you are and what you think, with your friends, with your family, and somehow we can change their minds also, and that make us superheroes. This is actually the reason why I do this show, because for me we are all warriors, for me we are all heroes, we are all we are angels, and we are light, and we are everything. So thank you for sharing all of this with me and with everybody there. So I don't know if you want to say something to finish. um, Share.
Just that everybody who's listening, just think about if there is something in your life you need to think about and you need to be thankful of, and look out for other people. Look at your left and at your right, and take care of yourself, but also take care of everybody else around you.
Sure, because
Be an angel by yourself. and there will be an angel for you when you need him.
Yeah. Well, amazing message. Thank you. Thank you very much, Maike,
You're welcome.
to share with us these minutes of your time. So I let you go to for you to have some rest because tomorrow
To get some sleep.
yeah, because tomorrow we need to work. Need to work, and thank you really, and well, for all of you guys. So this is let's get to know each other. We knew a little bit of Maike Eltzmann. That's how you say Eltzmann.
Yes.
A beautiful person. And don't forget about every week we are going to have more interviews to know more people that are guides, that are heroes, that are masters, that we can actually learn for. Like today, we learn a lot from Maike. And don't miss it. Just subscribe. And there's like I will, and if you don't mind, because you said that you have your social media, that you love photography, and I already saw something really, really amazing stuff. So we're going to put down, guys,
Sure.
the social media of Maike, so you can follow her and mine also. So you can, if you want, follow me. Your choice. So thank you very much and have an amazing, amazing, amazing day, night, whatever. Okay? So thank you, Maike, and see you guys next week.
Bye bye.
Bye.